talking about is Natural the Convention, and as you can see above me, this is our advertisement for the event. My name is Chisa Penix Brown, and I am the founder of Natural the Convention, and this event is a cultural experience for women and men in the triad. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on, of course, being natural, but one of the things that I've noticed as far as with the term that I've used, neo-natural, is that there are so many different forms of natural. And when you say that word to people, what happens is they automatically formulate something in their mind, and it's different to every person. So one of the things that we wanted to do with this event was to let people know that it's okay to have different forms as long as you're being authentic. Now, one thing, of course, that we're going to focus on is actually natural hair. And so this is going to focus on the African American community, but at the same time, there are so many different varieties of women, and we wanted to make sure that everybody has a place of acceptance. So with this event, what we're going to do is we're going to have a panel, we're going to have an actual fashion show, we're going to also have the opportunity for indie designers to get their work shown, and then we have a wonderful exhibitors marketplace so that this way people can actually buy goods and services from people in the community. So we want to make sure that businesses get the opportunity to be seen and to be heard and to get their brand out at this event. Now, what I want to do at this time is take some questions from the audience, and then just let me know what you're thinking, and let me try to clear up anything that you may have as far as questions about Natural the Convention. All right? Yes, ma'am, you?
What exactly is neo-natural?
Well, neo-natural is actually a concept that I came up with, because when you go to a lot of natural hair events, it seems sometimes to isolate certain groups of people. So when people typically think of natural, what they focus on is people that typically have maybe an afro, or maybe locks, or just hair that's not typically permed. But what I wanted to do with this event was focus on a different variety of everybody. So as long as a person is being real. So what we said for naturals.biz was redefining natural authentically. So there are plenty of reasons why people do different things. I have no problem if people come to the event, if they have weaves, if they have a wig, if they cut their hair off and it's a little bit short like mine, if they have locks, if they do have an afro. The thing is to just be naturally yourself no matter where you're at. And so that's what we wanted to embrace, was all of the differences of women and bring it all together in one format and be able to discuss that as well as embrace it and make sure that people are empowered. Okay? More questions from the crowd. Yes?
How does this event help the community?
Well, this event is going to help the community because typically there are not a lot of natural hair events in the triad. Now, I noticed that since we put our event out, we started advertising this event in October of last year, that we have seen some things that have sprouted since then. Greensboro actually now has a meetup group called Gate City Naturals. And what we've done is they're brand ambassadors for this event. So we've already been able to partner with a grassroots group in the community so that this way we can let their message be heard. And then this is something that's on a smaller level than what we're doing, but now that we're a part of it, we're able to help women get the education and the tools and then some of the networking that they need in order to feel comfortable in their natural skin. Okay. More questions from the crowd.
Do you have any strategic partners for this event?
We do have strategic partners, and I'm glad that you asked that, Bill. Okay, one of our strategic partners is actually Virginia College. Now, Virginia College is new to the area, and what we're doing with them is I'm actually now on the advisory board for their cosmetology department. What happens with Virginia Colleges is that we wanted to also give back to the community as well, and they're going to provide 10 of their students to come and actually perform services for people at the actual event. So when those students come, not only are they getting experience, but they're also getting their CEU hours, which is what they need in order to achieve their cosmetology license. So it allows us to give back to the students, but then also to the participants that are actually attending the event. Okay. Yes, ma'am?
Well, my question's a little different from yours, but how do you reach your target audience?
Well, the way that we reach our target audience is we've utilized a lot of social media. We've also created the partnerships that Bill was discussing. We have several ticket locations that are around the triad. So we also have North Carolina A&T Best Center is selling tickets with us, J. Beyond's Natural Hair Suite, Twisted Root, which is another natural hair location. And then one of the largest ticket sale sites has been African American Art, which is located at Four Seasons Mall. And that's been a staple in the community for over 20 years, because this year they are celebrating their 20-year anniversary. In addition, our sponsor is also the African American Atelier, which is located inside of the Greensboro Cultural Arts Center, and coincidentally, they're celebrating their 20-year anniversary as well. So it gives us a lot of variety as far as the people that we're trying to reach with this event, it's able to pull in all different age demographics. Any other questions?
Why did you choose to have a panel in this event?
We chose to have a panel at this event to make it really unique from a lot of other events. Sometimes when you go to things of this nature, you just have a lot of exhibitors, maybe you have some workshops, and people are typically there just to network. But by having a panel, it allows us to discuss some of the issues that are going on in the world and in the natural hair community, and it allows us to have expert opinions from some of the greatest people that are in the natural hair industry. So one of our keynote speakers is Ms. Malaika Tamu, and she is the founder of the Exodus Tour, which tours around the country. So she does an actual humongous show 12 times a year. And she has also been in cosmetology for definitely over 10 years. She has her own salon that's located in Baltimore. And so it allows us to be able to let people engage, and that's one of the things that typically is missing. People don't actually get to communicate when they go to these events. They come with their small cluster of people, but they're never really given the opportunity to voice their opinion about what they think. So one of the issues that we'll be discussing, there was a newscaster that was actually recently fired because she had natural hair. To me, that's a topic that should be discussed. There's also a topic of, there was a school located in the Maryland area, and even though it is a predominantly black school, they told the boys that were there, or the young men, that they had to cut their hair in order to be in the business department. Now for me, that's something that's very interesting. So they didn't want people in the business department that had locks or that had braids. Now, today is 2013, but those things need to be discussed and not just overlooked. So having a panel allows us to actually engage people on a deeper level than just allowing them to come to the event and not be exposed to some of the education. Okay, question?
What is your expected attendance?
Our expected attendance is around 200. I did a hair show about 2 years ago, which was a regular hair show, typically in the fashion of what we're trying to not necessarily do with this one, and that one had around 500 people. But I do think that by exposing people to this, and we can get 200 great people in a triad, it will enable this event to be larger going into 2014 for next year. All right, well, thank you so much for this press conference. You guys have a great day, and we expect you to be out at Neo Natural the Convention. Go online to naturals.biz, naturalz.biz for more information.